Final Salute, then Mycroft. Duke has a further back in the field, being followed then at the head of the others by Golgotha. At the ready is bailed up badly down on the inside. 5 or 6 lengths from the leaders, but it's a bunched up field as they come around the turn, about to straighten for home. And the leader, Chill the Champ, is a length and a half to Gatting. And then Kawaja down the outside, Rock With You. On the outside, Gatting, though, swept up to Chill the Champers. I reckon they can start celebrating with the Champers as well. At the 100, Gatting gave them the go-by in the Derby. Races away, very tempting, gets out to give chase, but Gatting, it's Gatting in the Classic from the Oaks winner. She's rattled home, very tempting. Photo third, the roughie, Chill the Champers, or Just Like Fire. Final Salute at the ready, got home when it was all over. And they were followed further back, Rock With You, the Vic. Next home, Vintrusive, a gap trap for Fools. And then Dukaza, well back in the field, then Master Magician, Taxagano, Golgotha, and Mycroft amongst the last of them home in the WA Derby. Number 1 is the winner, getting Trebien, Matty Autier. Trebien, $5.10 and $1.70. It was willing in the Derby. They were going a long way out. Very tempting, got caught back in the shuffle up. She got clear, got home at the rate of knots late, and Chill the Champers has run a mighty race at bolter's odds to lead them around the corner and go down fighting. The Derby run in 2:30.34, but Gatting, who won the Mel Vista and perfectly handled by Autier, he backed in the confidence of the horse to run the journey. And the Darren McAuliffe trained gelding by Hard Spun has scored a decisive victory from very tempting. She could have been unlucky, the filly, on the back up after winning the Oaks here last weekend. And Chill the Champers, the roughie there, has run right out of her skin to weigh in third. The Victorian, Rock With You, he made that run around them in the shuffle and peaked on his run in the last little bit. And at the ready, got snagged up behind horses before running to the line strongly late with Final Salute. As we wait for the numbers here, a sea of owners down there involved in the ownership of Gatting. He's by Hard Spun, he's out of Stubborn. He's a most unique horse. He's certainly got his quirks. And what a great victory it is for French rider Mathieu Autier, who has certainly made his mark since settling in WA, and a big victory. Great win here by the former French jockey today for the McAuliffe stable. Owned by Impressive Racing's Kevin Berry, C. Mathers, H. Money, F. Stanford, S. Trigwell, G. Artemis, N. Viadonte, L. Rowland, D. Gibson and B. Hayden, V. McKinnell and N. Rampant, D. Russell, R. Mason, C. Grover, J. Jaworski and Magro, M. Paratori, Ms. K. Reed and A. Rowland. And a great celebration for the Darren McAuliffe stable with Matty Autier aboard. 5:10, 170. Very tempting second home. Comes to an end the run of the Cerise and White in the Derby by Redute's Choice from Fit and Ready for Peters Investments, Grant and Alana Williams, ridden by Chris Parnham. And Chill the Champers, the Artie Schiller filly from Champagne Amour for the Oakland Park stud, Jim and Leah Myers, the Sky Syndicate, Neil McDonald, D. Scott, KM, Mrs. E.J. McDonald, trained by Fred Kersley and ridden by Clint Johnston Porter. Well, she has run the race of her life. Just Like Fire, the other of the fillies, ran fourth. Final Salute was fifth. A length and 3/4, a length and a quarter other margins. They've run home the 634.46. Let's go down now and capture the post-race celebrations there. And they have got cause to celebrate too, with Adam McGrath down now with Darren McAuliffe.
I tell you what, Darren, this is exactly what racing is about. We talk about it so many times when the Ganjimis and Impressive Racing get up, to have so many owners down here and experience a moment, and this horse really deserves it.
Yeah, there's a few in him, isn't there?
It certainly is. Now, tell us about the lead up to this, mate. You haven't had a barrier throughout. You've had a lot of hard luck. You had to come from last start, but the moment you drew 4, your confidence went through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, we were always going to get the run we wanted. It was a really horrible run race, so I don't know that I ever want to watch the replay, to be honest. Look, Matthew sort of never really panicked. He sort of weaved his way through and sort of tried to keep him out of trouble as best he could. And, I mean, when he sort of pressed the button top of the straight, he just ran away from him. So, good effort.
Were you surprised with how much easy won? But I know you've been training him to get the 2400. I know you still believed he was going to have the turn of foot, but that was dominant.
Yeah, I mean, he never settled that well either, but I guess so. But look, go back and watch a replay. There was probably a few hard luck stories in there. It was a really muddling run race. Look, in the end, job's done.
Can you remember the time you've had a horse like this when it's been up for this long?
Oh, I've never had one like it. I don't know of one that's been like it. You know, fractured skulls and all sorts of garbage. And, you know, I mean, he's just not a stereotypical Derby horse. You know, he lacks leg. He's built like a sprinter. He's by Lonhro out of a... he's by hard spun out of a Lonhro mare. There's nothing really in his pedigree to suggest a mile and a half. I mean, 2,000, yeah, but not a mile and a half. And look, he just keeps doing it. So now I'm very, very proud of him.
It comes back with amazing heart race. Just quickly on the ownership, D-Mac, I know, as I said, you've got so many down here. There'd be 30, 40 people down here. I believe some of them were sold at a football club as a giveaway as well, which just shows how you've been getting people involved. Yeah, look, guys, you know, from all walks of life, there's people in this horse that own 1%. There's people, you know, I own 30% from everywhere. Yeah, it's this is what racing's all about. You know, that's my my market, you know, it doesn't matter what percentage you got, and this is the enjoyment of racing. It's just what it's all about. Well done, mate. Congratulations on the win. Thanks, mate. There's Darren McAuliffe. We're going to grab the Frenchman who's just had his biggest win since coming here to Western Australia. He takes out the Group 2 event. Mathieu, we can see the smile on your face. Is it finally starting to sink in?
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Well, the horse did so good today. He won easy, and we still had a tough run because there wasn't enough pace for him today. He pulled pretty much all the race, and I had to pop off because he pulled too much for me, and I was like, you need to run a little bit more. And then around the 700, like all the horses was coming up, and we're in a bit of a bad spot, I would say, but he's just got the best turn of foot for stayers, so he just punched them.
Watching it here, and Darren McAuliffe just said it then, he doesn't even want to look at the replay. It just looked to be such an ugly race out there. There was speed early, they pulled back. There was assaults 3 wide. They went early around the back straight as well. How was it being out there in the middle of it all?
Well, I had a perfect spot early on in the race, but after the first turn, I was struggling because my horse was actually supporting too much. They just pulled up the race, and I was like, hopefully they're gonna run a little bit on the back straight. But then I had a lucky me. I had a horse who was coming in on my outside. I could have been able to follow him to relax a little bit more my horse, but he always kept going around me. So that was really hard for him to settle today. But he's just too good, and he did it great. What does this mean for you, mate? As I said, you're in WA now. You've taken a Group 2 event. What does it mean personally, and also to have the backing of Darren McAuliffe? Well, I don't know. It's just too early to say. I'm so happy. I can't even believe it that I did that. So. I'm on a... There we go, there's Darren McAuliffe picking up Mathieu Ortier, his biggest win since coming to Western Australia. And as you can hear, there are plenty of owners involved. Gatting taking out the 2017 Sweps WATC Derby.